Hello, I'm Foxa42. I play Londrekia, and I'm here to talk about this matchup a little bit, and maybe ways that this particular Londrekia player could improve. So let's take a look at this very first interaction. So this is really fundamental to the matchup. Let's break this down a little bit. I do think that Londrekia has to back off. Really benefits from abusing the space that Wagner has a hard time contesting. I just don't think this is the move to do it with. Jump C hits straight down. Jump 3B is a move where Londrekia sticks his staff right out in front of him. It's a short hop with low recovery, so he can hop back like this, and as he's hopping back, he covers this space. That would be a better move to rely on when you're backing off, creating space for your projectile game. And this next interaction, this is really important too. So if he had backed off, if Londrekia had backed off and thrown a projectile here, Wagner would be going straight over the projectile with punishing. But using 6xc or Rekka will stuff those approaches. And that's where a lot of the RPS plays out, is so I've backed off, and now what are you going to do? I think Red just gets hit here because he was stash blocking. Okay, so that is a punish. That is a true punish here. Goes for Rekka. Green shield, successfully shields low. Normally this 214A is -2. With shield it becomes -5, so Wagner gets a true punish. Okay, wakes up with force function, gotta show it at some point. This was kind of just unfortunate. So backs off right here. It's gonna throw a projectile. Red goes for a kind of dive kick move that Wagner has, jump 236x, and I think it's a really good option because it goes over the projectile. It also goes over 66C, maybe not Rekka, but it beats the options that the player was presenting so far, and unfortunately just gets tagged by the EX follow-up. So I think it was a good play. It just didn't work out. Really good with punish right there. But unfortunately, this could have killed. You know, the round should be over, but Red lives. Okay, so baiting CS. Actually, just DPs. DPs on the CS bait. Okay, so before we saw wake up force function, right? Now we're seeing wake up neutral jump C, right? So I'm not saying that it was a bad move to make a play on your wake up after you've shown a defensive option. You know, sometimes you should just do that. Sometimes if you know that they're going to bait you and respect you, then it's up for you to do something. I just don't think that was a particularly good option, and the player gets whiff punished for it. Okay, let's talk about that. That's also really important in this matchup. Okay. Testing. Waiting, shimmying. Because Londrekia has a very, very, very easy reversal that they can just mash in a block string. So you want to be, when you are on offense against Londrekia, you want to be mindful of force function. If you throw out frame trap after frame trap after frame trap, you are just asking to get reversal force functioned. But by keeping things short and sweet and, you know, throwing in a shimmy game, yeah, it's a much more effective way to bait out their options and get them to do the dumb thing. That's what you want them to do. Very nice response from Red here. I was really greedy trying to use 6B while red had 4 full. So this time goes on the aggressive. Now that is a really potent mix-up here, because 4C signals an overhead, and it's possible to go 4C 214A, but on increase, I don't know why exactly, but I've had a lot of success using increase 214A after 4C. I think it's because, you know, it's an increase move, and in Uni, most increase moves are overheads. So you have a really strong prompt to stand up. If 4C didn't already prompt you to stand up, an increase move is probably going to do it. It's really potent online. Nice bait on the TP. Unfortunately, so this combo is not using freeze moves anywhere throughout. So freeze is not being applied, and that means the player can't go for any fun Oki stuff, you know, and their damage is definitely lower than it could be, because they're mostly just sticking to Wrecker routing, kind of mid-screen routing. If they had incorporated some freeze stuff, they might be more towards 200 meter, and they could use some of that for 22C or 623C. They could get some Oki / set play going, and be in a stronger position to finish the job here. Maybe in the next hit. Okay, red just loses a stare down here. It was a good side swap back to the corner. I think red thought that they could contest the space right here after this knockdown. Right here. Not so much. just straight up gets meaty. And there's a really unfortunate combo drop here that could have been the round, but red lives. Okay. And now it's really bad times, because it's corner to corner, bail off. Now this is danger time. Red is in bail off, has CS, all the resources. If this Londrekia player does anything wrong, they just die. And that would do it. They didn't use force function, so that to their credit, but the shimmy works. The shimmy works, and then they're just destroyed. So overall, I do think the neutral component is really, really important. So I do think that utilizing jump 3B, utilizing freeze corner routing, and once you have that, going for those 2-2C mix-ups. Once you have the corner, forcing your hand with mix-ups is a strength of the character and should be played to. So good games to both. Red had a great example here of the kind of damage that Wagner can do if she gets a veil off on you. So again, good games to both. Hopefully this helps Londrekia players understand what they're supposed to be doing in the matchup, and also maybe how to beat Londrekia as Wagner. Take care.